Most homeowners never think of their house as an investment vehicle beyond appreciation, despite it being 60% of the average American's portfolio. Chances are it's your single largest asset. But what if that trapped value in your drywall could become a productive, appreciating asset, one with a proven track record of long term growth? That's exactly what Horizon makes possible. You don't have to choose between sitting on idle home equity and finding opportunity elsewhere. Horizon helps you transform part of your home's value into Bitcoin efficiently, responsibly, and without taking on debt. And today we're going to walk through a case study of stacking one Bitcoin using your home equity front to back, how efficient it can be. As you can see here, homes over the last 12 months, this is data from July, have only risen by 1.68%. That is well below the reported rate of inflation, above 3%, and well behind financial assets that are outpacing it. So let's talk about the transformative potential of Horizon and how you could take some of this equity that as of right now may not be keeping up with the rate of price inflation and deploy it into an asset with a proven growth track record. So meet our example homeowner. They own a $1.2 million home with a $200,000 mortgage balance. That means roughly $1 million in home equity is just sitting there, again, rising lower than the current reported rate of asset price inflation. Now, before I get into the actual numbers here, I want to talk about what makes Horizon different. There's no new debt, no interest, and no monthly payments. Instead, Horizon's preferred provider takes a small ownership share of your home's future value. In this instance, the homeowner drew $115,000 from their home, so the ownership stake represents 9.5%. This gradually increases and is capped out by year 8. After that, it only grows with the home's natural appreciation, which in this example we'll assume is 3% per year. That means your cost curve flattens while your Bitcoin, the asset you unlocked equity to buy, has room to run. So let's fast forward here. You could see I've wound forward the clock to 15 years. After 15 years, assuming our 3% home growth and a 25% annual growth in the Bitcoin, the home is now worth $1.87 million. The Horizon payoff is $416,000. And that one Bitcoin that you bought for $115,000 is now worth roughly $3.27 million. So on day one, the homeowner withdrew enough equity to purchase one BTC at today's prices, allowed it to grow for 15 years, and rose to $3.27 million. Again, assuming a 25% yearly growth rate on the Bitcoin. Now, I want to show you something else. Between year 12 and year 15 alone, the home rose $158,000 in value. Over that same period, I want you to keep your eye on the contract payoff down there. The contract payoff rose from $380,000 to $416,000, a sum of about $36,000. But the Bitcoin itself, keep your eye on the future Bitcoin value, it rose from $1.67 million to $3.26 million. The Bitcoin gained $1.5 million. That's the difference between owning equity solely in your house and swapping that equity into Bitcoin. You can note here that the future home price, as you can see, is $1.8 million. So rather than sitting on that equity and getting, say, a $600,000 gain on that capital, this homeowner decided to swap a prudent portion of that into Bitcoin in order to generate an outsized return. Now, again, all of these figures are illustrative. Actual results vary with market conditions, but the key takeaway here is that this isn't just financial engineering, it's financial evolution. For decades, homeowners were told that their equity was sacred, untouchable until you sell, refinance, or retire, and the only way to access it is through taking on more debt, which of course comes with interest and monthly payments. Horizon gives you the freedom to reallocate, to move capital from an inert, slow-growing asset into one that's scarce, global, and historically outperforms real estate. Instead of letting inflation quietly chip away at your net worth while your wealth sits in drywall, Horizon helps you put that capital to work. You stay in your home, you keep 100% of the Bitcoin upside, you own no monthly payments, and over time, you're rewarded for thinking longer term than the system was designed to allow. Horizon isn't about debt, it's about transformation, turning static equity into dynamic, productive capital. If you're a homeowner who believes in Bitcoin's long-term potential, you no longer have to leave your wealth trapped in your walls. You can unlock it and put it to work and build a future where your home equity isn't just sitting, it's stacking. That's all for today's video. If you want to see your personalized scenario and see your home's Bitcoin potential, you can visit joinhorizon.com or scan the QR code right there to see how you can get off zero using capital that you already have. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. And of course, follow this page for more content, and I'll talk to you guys later.